Welcome once again to the third annual Little Heroes League fundraiser. Yes, fundraiser, F-U-N, and that's what it's all about tonight. I'm Corey McFerrin. I'll be your host for this amazing cause. Once again, we're here at Virtual Soldier Field for the big event. How's it look? Pretty good? Tonight we've got an exciting game ahead of us. The Little Heroes League has made some really amazing progress in such a short period of time. As many of you know, with their partners at Lurie Children's Hospital, they help the most medically complex children, the most fragile babies born in Chicago, and help those children get better by providing a healthcare manager, just like having a quarterback for their care. The Little Heroes are born with the odds stacked against them, but with the help of all of you big heroes out there, they can and will emerge victorious. All right, let's go to Little Heroes headquarters right now, and let's check in and see what the general manager and coach have in store for us tonight. Let's bring them in. It's Will and Brendan. Hey, guys, big night for your team, obviously. We want to bring the audience up to speed on Little Heroes League season so far. I guess I'll start with you, Will, being the GM. What do you think about how the team has done so far this year?
Well, hey, thanks, Corey, and it's great to see all of our virtual fans out there this evening. You know, it's been a tough year. It's been a tough year for everyone, especially for people in the charity game. But in spite of the pandemic, the Little Heroes League has actually grown in 2020. We're now supporting 62 little heroes and their families concurrently. In fact, we're looking at fielding a new team in the Michigan area here in 2021. But we need the support of our fans to make this happen.
Well, that's impressive news. So glad to hear that, winning big in such a difficult environment. All right, Brendan, your turn. You're the head coach. What's the game plan that's worked so well for Little Heroes League this year?
Well, thanks, Corey. From an organizational standpoint, it all starts with our fans. Without their support, we would not be able to make such a huge impact on the lives of these little heroes and their families. So I'd like to take this moment to thank our supporters. And when we talk about on-field execution, it's all about our amazing team of care coordinators. Our day-to-day game plan is simple. Get these children home from the hospital as soon as possible, and then keep them home where they're surrounded by the love and support of their families.
I agree. It seems like a simple plan, but obviously it is effective.
Yeah, it is, Corey. Our results are showing that we're getting these children home sooner and keeping them home. Plus, their parents tell us that they really depend and appreciate our services. The results show in the faces of our little heroes. They're getting bigger, and they're getting stronger, and they're achieving more milestones.
And that's so great to hear. So, guys, Brendan, what is in store for us tonight? Give us the game plan.
Well, we're excited about the game plan. We're going to start by putting the medical professionals and a very special little hero onto the field. They're going to share their view of the program and why it is so critical for the development of the little heroes. We'll then hear from Charles Tillman, who will share his experience and the importance of closing the healthcare gap in the community. Then another very special little hero and his family are going to get onto the field. They're going to share the progress they've made during their incredible journey and how the LHL program has been so instrumental in that progress. And finally, we're going to close the event by putting some points on the board with a live auction, a silent auction, and a battle race. I can't wait.
Oh, gosh, we love points. We love points. Let's score a lot tonight. So, guys, here we go. Enjoy the first half, everybody. But, again, every big game, you got to start with the national anthem, right, guys? So, once again, we have the best in the business, Jim Cornelison, to bring us to our feet. Jimmy, take it away.
Hey, big heroes, Jim Cornelison here from the Chicago Blackhawks and the Indianapolis 500. Let's get the evening started with some energy. When I sing the anthem, I try to dig deep and give it my all, so we're asking tonight that you dig deep and give it your all to help some little heroes as much as you can. Here we go. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the red bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Okay, big heroes, time to step up, support the little heroes. They deserve it. God bless, have a great night.
Wow, that'll get us all fired up, I think. Now over to some little heroes who are ready to cheer you on.
Yay, big boy.
Hi. 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 Hi.
Thank you for cheering, Livy. We're glad you're doing so well, and thank you for being the inspiration for the Little Heroes League. Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Tom Shanley, and I became CEO of Lurie Children's last year. On my first real day of work, I met Livy while she was waiting for her new heart. She immediately pulled me over by my tie and told me about the Little Heroes League. I must say I was very impressed. Now, in our third year partnering with Little Heroes League, we are seeing amazing progress. It's exciting when a program serves the children, but also their families and the caregivers as well. Getting everyone on the same page, both in and out of the hospital, is critical to deliver the best possible care. So speaking on behalf of Lurie Children's Hospital and our patients and our team members, please support the Little Heroes League and keep this revolutionary, innovative program rolling. Livy, show them how to smash that donate button.
And now we'd like to put a very special little hero and her family onto the field. Charlotte was one of the first little heroes in the program, and her progress has been astounding. Her parents will now describe their incredible journey.
Our daughter was surrounded by nurses and doctors. She was hooked up to all the different monitors. And at that point, it hit me that our daughter was incredibly sick, and we were, really about ready to tackle something that we couldn't even envision.
She has a rare anomaly that affects her urological and colorectal system. It often comes with spinal cord or heart abnormalities. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does, but in Charlotte's case, it did.
Before we knew it, we had pediatric surgery, we had urology, we had neurology, we had cardiology, we had the neonatal team, all coming in order to work to help our daughter Charlotte.
In those early days, you're like, I don't know anything about this hospital. I don't know anything about her diagnosis. Like, how am I supposed to be the one fighting for her when we're just trying to make it through a day?
We didn't know who was leading the charge. We didn't know who the quarterback was for Charlotte. We were overwhelmed. We were completely overwhelmed.
When we got a call from Lisa about being our care coordinator and offering for Charlotte to be a part of Little Heroes League, I remember saying to Scott, did they have a camera in our NICU room? This is all of the things that we've been asking for, and all of the questions that we've had are boxed up in the description on Little Heroes website. Like so many families of Little Heroes, we had 2 older siblings. And we were trying so hard to keep life consistent for them, even though our lives have all been flipped upside down, rather than spend our time focusing on some of the things that care coordination could help us with, making appointments, phone calls, giving me numbers so I didn't have to search for them for hours, helping us find supplies. Anytime that I wasn't doing that, I could be spending with Charlotte, but also her brothers.
Lisa was there. She was there for us. She would go to appointments with us, and she would sit there and she would listen. Some days, she was there as an ear when we'd come out of a meeting just to listen to us and give us a hug. But overall, she helped us learn how to navigate the care for Charlotte.
Little Heroes League has helped us get enrolled in early intervention programs that are speech, occupational therapy, physical therapy. They've helped us keep her out of the hospital when she is in the hospital. They've helped us navigate how to get her home fast.
Having Charlotte home more often, she thrives and she gets bigger and she gets stronger, and she's allowed to have an opportunity to hit those milestones. We graduated from Little Heroes League just a few months ago. I think one of the main reasons why we've graduated is first, Charlotte is doing really, really well with the help of Little Heroes League. And they've given us the confidence that we can take care of Charlotte.
Our wish for Charlotte is that she can do whatever she wants to do in life and never let any of her medical difficulties define who she is. She'll have struggles, but Little Heroes League has given us the ability to advocate for her, and we want to pass that along so that she can continue to advocate for herself as she becomes an adult and continues to navigate her own health care.
We are at a really good spot for the first time, and we wouldn't be here without Lori Children's, and we absolutely wouldn't be here without Little Heroes League.
These kids deserve the absolute best that they can get. They are dealt a really rough hand at birth. The hospital and the doctors are amazing. They've saved Charlotte's life. They've saved probably many Little Heroes' lives. But if we can have care coordination to really follow up with that and make sure these kids are given every opportunity to succeed, then we're doing something good.
That is an amazing story. Obviously, the Little Heroes League is making just a huge difference in the lives of these children and their families. Let's bring Brendan back in. So, Brendan, tell us what's in store for the second half.
Yep. Well, we're going to start by hearing from Charles Tillman on his experience with his daughter and the needs of the community. Then we're going to play a video featuring Little Hero Nazir. We believe this is going to get our fans motivated to support us and take us home to victory. And then we're bringing in the closer. Auctioneer Chris Hensley is going to lead us in our live auction in our paddle race.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now time for the second half when the Little Heroes need to really light up the donation board. So let's get down to business and bring home a victory for the Little Heroes team. And to help us accomplish that goal, we want to bring in one of the big stars on the local scene the last 15 or 20 years. You know him, you love him, Charles Peanut Tillman. That's right. The guy used to punch the football out of those offensive players for the Bears in the old days. Big hero locally. He won the NFL's Walter Payton Man of the Year award. He's been nominated for Pro Football's Hall of Fame. A big man in the community. Peanut, thanks so much for joining us and supporting the Little Heroes.
Thanks, Corey. And thanks to all you big heroes out there in virtual Soldier Field. I was pleased to help Little Heroes League last year because we have similar interests, helping children overcome serious health challenges and helping all families, including families that are a part of the underserved here in our community. Closing the healthcare gap in our community is a big challenge. I'm happy to support organizations that feel the same way that I do on that point. Now, I speak from experience when I say that there is nothing more traumatic than having your child's life be threatened by a health issue. Now, as I shared last year, my daughter Tiana had a serious health issue with her heart that required a heart transplant. Now, as a parent, when your child is threatened, when their life is threatened and you appreciate all the help you can get, to help your baby get better. The Little Heroes League provides that help for the sickest children. So everyone, tonight is your chance to be a big hero. Now slap that peanut punch donate button. Thank you.
Peanut, thank you so much. Always good to see you. I think we could use them out on the field even now. All right, let's talk right now about an inspirational video concerning the progress of one of our little heroes and the difference the Little Heroes League has made in his life and the lives of his family members.
Being in the NICU is so much. It is so much, and sometimes you don't have enough time to breathe, it feels like. And having someone else there who cares about your child and cares about getting your child home and keeping your child healthy is like a weight off your shoulders.
When we enroll a baby into the care coordination program, we're taking care of their whole family. It is not just that baby, it's whoever the caregivers are going to be. And in Nazir's case, it was mom and grandma. His mom just had that never give up mentality, and they never did.
All the odds were stacked against him. He wasn't supposed to smile. He wasn't supposed to be able to blink or cry or sit up. He wasn't supposed to make it past 18 months of life. I actually found out when I was about 5 months pregnant. The genetic counselor called me and she, basically was like, this isn't a life that you want your child to have. I can get you set up to terminate the pregnancy tomorrow if you want to. And I was like, whoa, I can feel him moving. We didn't know what the outcome would be. I always felt like he deserved at least to try.
Nazir is a child who was diagnosed with myotubular myopathy, or MTM for short. When I see a baby who has myotubular myopathy, I see a baby who has difficulty breathing on their own, difficulty being independent in terms of their body position, sitting up independently, let alone walking independently.
I'm really hands-on with Nazir's care. The Little Heroes League has made me feel comfortable to advocate for my son. If I felt like we needed to see the neurologist, or if I felt like I needed to speak with cardiology, Megan always made it happen.
I do think a part of my role was just giving her permission to take that time for herself, because she couldn't bring her best in terms of advocating for Nazir and supporting him if she wasn't taking care of herself first. She wanted to be there. If she could have lived at the hospital, she would have, but it's challenging when you're a single mom who's gone back to work. She was doing her homework. She was doing the research. She knew about the resources at Lurie Children's. She knew about this clinical trial that fixes the problem with Nazir's genes.
I had did a lot of the legwork myself before I even had Nazir, but Megan knew some of the people. She knew who to call, and she basically streamlined it for us.
Even for a family like Nazir's and Ariel being in the medical field, she still needed that extra wraparound support, not only in the hospital, but with that transition to home.
Ariel is very strong and she wants to do for her child, and she's a great advocate. But sometimes I feel like I can give her that empowerment to say, okay, I'm gonna do the next step.
Both Lisa and Megan have basically instilled in me, you have these resources, use them. You have your intuition. If you feel a certain way, you have to let people know. And that definitely put me on the track of like, okay, I have to advocate for him.
If I can help them be 1% more confident in themselves now, that will make a lifelong impact on their child.
Since being dosed with the gene therapy medication, now he can move freely, he can sit up alone, unassisted, he can play with toys unassisted, and his personality is starting to show. I do have more confidence in myself, but we needed the help, we needed the resources, we needed somebody being our special navigator throughout the health system. You need someone to advocate for you while you're advocating for your child.
Without Little Heroes League, many of these families would not be achieving the same level of competency in caring for their child, nor would their child be able to reach the amazing milestones that they have been able to achieve.
Any family who has a child born with a medical complexity, they're going to be overwhelmed. It's not something they can take care of on their own, and you need help. That's why supporting Little Heroes League is so important, because you're supporting these young kids that have every opportunity to go out and change the world. And it's our responsibility to make sure we give them every chance to do so.
If I had to talk to another NICU mom, I would tell her that being a part of the Little Heroes League would be one of the best decisions that she could make for her child. They make sure that everyone who's a part of your child's care knows the story.
The amazing thing about Little Heroes League is it's really specific to your child and your family and what you need. So what one little hero needs might be different than what our Charlotte needed.
Care coordination should be a given for everybody. Unfortunately, it's not there today. And without funding Little Heroes League, we are relying on these medically complex kids to go through a system that is not necessarily set up to manage care for medically complex kids. I hope more than anything that Little Heroes League can help more kids like Charlotte and their families by giving them every opportunity to do what they want to do in life. I know Little Heroes League can do it, and we just need to support them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the field here in Chicago. We'd like to welcome you to the second half of Little Heroes League FUNraiser 3. We're so glad you're here, and we are excited tonight because we know that you are big heroes and you're going to come out strong for us tonight here, and we're going to raise a ton of money. Now, you heard Corey and you heard Peanut. We need big heroes tonight, all right? So my name is Chris Hensley. I'll be your MC and auctioneer, and I am joined by the GM himself. You got a new nickname, brother.
Yeah, how about that,
right.
Chris? Huh?
Will Ulazic is right here with me. Will, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. I mean, we're ready to get on the field and make some money tonight. I know that, Chris.
Yes,
we're ready to go.
It's been a great program so far. The rest of the way, it's you and me, brother. We are live. We're going to raise a ton of money right here, right now. So get your bidding fingers and thumbs ready to go. What do you say we just head on in?
Right into it, Chris.
Okay,
Let's go.
Here we go. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a paddle raise first, then we're going to do the live auction. Then I need to remind you all also, there's a silent auction. There's a lot of amazing packages out there to be had. So make sure you're bidding on those silent auction items. So here's how to donate, all right? So if you're already registered, you just received a text, all right? Click the link in that text. If you haven't added your credit card yet, add that credit card and then press the Make a Donation button, all right? Now, if you happen to not be registered yet, all you have to do is text FUNraiser to 243-725 and then click the link that you received back, add your credit card, and press the Make a Donation button. Now, if you're on a computer, you can donate there as well. It's really simple. bidpal.net/funraiser. No D, FUNraiser. And then if you're watching us on the YouTube live link, you can even give there. And just go to the chat function on YouTube, put your name and the dollar amount that you want to give. It's simply that easy. All right, now, so typically, Will, we would be at Soldier Field. Last year we were, and I was with you there. We had a ton of fun.
Awesome time.
Right? In our first year, we were at Soldier Field as well. You know, the folks out there looking beautiful, dressed to the nines, enjoying dinner, probably starting dessert right now. And I'd be up on stage, microphone in my hand, and I'd be asking you all at home to grab your bid paddles, right? So 2020 has thrown us a curveball, hasn't it?
Big time.
And so my question for you and for everybody watching at home tonight is, when we get thrown a curveball like we have in 2020, do we back down?
Hell no.
No, that's right. Hell no. We bear down, in fact. We bear down for Little Heroes League, and that's what we need you to do tonight. So last year, during our Raise the Paddle, you all are out there in the audience raising your paddle. We raised $52,000, and we need to do more than that now because we need it now more than ever, right?
Absolutely.
And the reason we need it now more than ever is we have more families now. We have 62 families that are benefiting from Little Heroes League now.
Absolutely right.
So, all right. So big heroes, folks, do big things. All right.
big heroes do big things. And so when we were talking about setting this up, you guys asked me to start at $10,000,
That's
right?
correct.
And I said, what did I say? I said, nope. We're not going to start this at $10,000. Let's take it all the way to the razor's edge. Let's see if we can go to $20,000 right out of the gates. And the reason we do this, folks, is because the mission of Little Heroes League is so important. So I'm going to ask you out there right now, if there's anybody who is so kind, so generous to get us going at $20,000. And just to give you a little motivation at that $20,000 level, my friend Will, you have an announcement. You have a challenge, in fact.
I do indeed have a challenge. It's from Kim, my wife, and myself. And if anybody's out there at the $20,000 level, Kim and I are willing to match that donation tonight. And just to prove it, I've got the checkbook right here, and it's ready to go.
I love it. I love it. And I've got a pen ready for you as well. So
I bet you do.
All right. So we've got the gauntlet has been thrown down. Is there anybody who will get my good friend Will here, the GM, will get him to write that $20,000 check? We're only going to hang here for just a second because, you know, the chances are unlikely that somebody's going to do it, but you never know. And if you don't ask, you know the answer, right?
You don't get.
Right, exactly. So, all right, we don't have anybody at 20,000. I had to try it though.
Good try. Good
We're going to try it again next year. So
yeah.
you folks remember this next year. I want one of you in at 20,000 next year. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to our $10,000 level. Okay, so I need you folks at home to dig deep. I need you to give from the heart at this $10,000 level. Will, I need an assist here, though.
Sure.
If you can help me and help the folks at home understand exactly what $10,000 will do.
Absolutely, Chris. So team out there, our care coordinators carry two roles. One is an inpatient role, which is very intense, as you might imagine, with the kids still being in the hospital. And one is an outpatient role, which is a little bit easier, but still very complicated. But you know, we can have a higher ratio of children to care coordinators. So $10,000 will support a little hero inpatient, the more complicated area, for a full year. So it's a big deal for us.
That's a big commitment. Yeah, that's excellent. And while you were talking, our first two donors each at $10,000 have come in. So let's give a big hoorah to our first donors, David and Amy Becker. Thank you so much to the
Dave and Amy, thank you. Iowa in the house.
All right, good deal. Now, our second gift from Blair and Jason Oberman. Thank you so much.
Blair and Jason, thank you so much. West Coast is representing tonight too. Thank you, guys.
All right, I love it. We've got hundreds of people watching this program right now, all across the country. And so we have many opportunities throughout the night for you to give and to give generously. And so we've got those two gifts in at $10,000. And I'm hoping we can get a third, but we want to keep the action moving, right?
Absolutely.
Just like we want to keep the ball moving down the field, we're going to keep the action going. But I want to remind you all at home, if you feel like giving at $10,000 and you just haven't done it yet, you have my permission to do so. I'm guessing I have.
You're very magnanimous.
Wills as well. Yes. All right. So we're going to move on to our $5,000 level now. So friends, get those fingers moving on your phones. If you're giving through your phones, get them moving on your keyboards if you're giving through your keyboard. All right. So at $5,000, we've got our first donor right here already. It's John and Tracy Kryling. Thank you so much to the Krylings.
John and Tracy, you guys have been great supporters throughout this whole time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the gifts are really starting to come in now. We've got another $5,000 gift from Mark and Nazrin Thierer. Thank you to the Thierer
Mark
family.
and Nazrin, same story with you guys. Thank you for supporting us for these years that we've been in existence. Thank you so much.
All right, here we go. Now, I remind you folks, last year at this level, we raised a total of $10,000, but we've got another
We're already
one.
there.
We've got another one, though. So we're going to blow past last year. Pat and Molly Eskew, thank you so much to the Eskews.
All right, Pat and Molly. Love you guys. Thank you for supporting us.
All right. Now, Dave and Jean Carlquist are back in at $5,000.
Dave
Thank
and
you.
Jean, thank you so much. Again, you've been with us from the start. Thank you.
Okay, they continue to come in. Here we go. Andrew and Jeannie Hendry, thank you.
Andrew and Jeannie, thank you so much. Jeannie also helped us with our wildly successful golf tournament this year. Thank you both.
Yeah, and still another. Folks, if you're out there and you want to give at this level, get in now. But we have one more to name. Greg and Mary Peterson, the Petersons.
Greg and Mary, thank you so much. You've been great supporters. We really appreciate it.
That is amazing action right there, folks. So that's $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 at the $5,000 level.
So far, you're doing pretty good.
We're not doing so bad. Huh? This is a team effort right here.
Yeah.
It's you, me, and 500 of our closest friends out there on the other side of that screen. All right. So now, before we move to our next level, the $2,500 level, we've got a little bit of a big announcement to make. We're going to break some news here tonight, right?
We sure do. And I'm going to preface this announcement by saying our relationship with Lurie Children's Hospital and the whole care coordination team is fabulous. And that will absolutely continue full force and effect, hopefully expanding with Lurie Children's, our leading care coordination program there. But we have big news. The big news tonight is that we're expanding. We're expanding into the state of Michigan, specifically to CS Mott Children's Hospital in Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
Now, you know, there are a few people out there who have Ann Arbor affiliations. I'm looking at one of them right now. But the bottom line is we went out to CS Mott. We ran past them our program, and we said, hey, do you guys think you'd be willing to establish a program like this? Resounding yes from them, and they're going to implement the program next year. It's a 2-year commitment thus far, and they'll be supporting 30 Little Heroes by mid-2021. So to the Michigan team and the Michigan supporters out there, this is a function of all that great work that you've done over the years. Really appreciate it. We're going to lean on you again, probably. But bottom line is we're ecstatic about this expansion into Michigan.
Fantastic news. That's great news. So, you know, last year when we were together, we had about 40, I think it was 38 Little Heroes. This year we're at 62 with Michigan. By this time next year, we'll be at over 100.
Triple digits. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
that's our goal.
That is exciting stuff. All right. So while we were talking about that breaking news, that new Mott news in Michigan, another $5,000 donor came in. Okay, so Janice and Ron Douglas, thank you so much for your $5,000 gift.
And Janice and Ron have been tremendous supporters. And again, Janice was one of our helpers for the wildly successful golf tournament we had. So Janice and Ron, thank you again so much for your ongoing support.
Yeah, and Janice and Ron, what you did there is you led the way in going back to a level that we had already left. And so I remind you again, folks, if you want to give at $10,000 or at $5,000 still, you can do that. Now, we've had one other gift come in. We're getting ready to move to our $2,500 level, but we just had a gift come in off books, we'll call it, all right?
There you go.
Jerry and Greg Regan. Jerry and Greg Regan just made a gift of $3,500. And so, you know, look, we're going to do a live auction package in a little bit. I call it Choose Your Own Adventure. The Regans here tonight are choosing their own adventure. They like that space between $2,500 and $5,000. And so I encourage others to join the Regans and give off books as well like that.
And Jerry and Greg, thank you again so much for your ongoing support. Team, of course, much of the audience knows this is Mima and Papa to Livy. And so, Jerry and Greg, thank you so much. And obviously, your support is really helping us do this expansion into the Michigan area. So very much appreciate it.
Fantastic. All right. So we're going to go to our $2,500 level. And so we've got some new friends in Michigan now.
Yeah.
So we've got some new friends in Michigan. And I like the idea of a little interstate competition, right? So we've got our Illinois donors. We've got our Michigan donors. We have donors all over the country. But let's just see if we can get some of our new friends in Michigan to step up now at this $2,500 level. All right. So we've got our first gift already in the door at $2,500, and that's from a familiar name here, Stan and Chris Ulazic.
Yes, Stan and Chris, thank you so much. Obviously, my brother, maybe not so obviously, but my brother and sister-in-law, again, you guys have been supporting us from day one. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, we've got another Ulazic family here, also Jim and Sherry Ulazic.
Jim and Sherry, absolutely the same story. Thank you guys for your ongoing support and love and care for what we're doing.
You got any more brothers or sisters out there?
I got another sister, so we'll see what happens.
All right, good deal. So we've had another $2,500 gift come in while we were talking there. Jim and Brenda McNamara, thank you for your generosity here tonight.
Jim and Brenda, again, you guys have been great supporters. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And one more has come in, Jeffrey Dowd. Thank you to Jeffrey Dowd as well. Thank you.
Jeffrey, thank you so much for representing and helping us along. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. So we are moving right along here. If you haven't yet given at $2,500 and you want to do so, you still have permission to do so. We're not closing out any of these levels. I mean, for that matter, somebody could still give that $20,000, right?
Yeah, and I still got this thing in my hand.
The checkbook's still in his hand. So, speaking of which, that's a great segue. So
Yeah.
Since you've got that checkbook in your hand still, and we're at our $1,000 level, I want to just see if we can put a challenge out to our guests here tonight to see if we can take that entire $20,000 out of your bank account to match each of their gifts up to $20,000.
So in other words, for the $1,000 donors, match the first 20 of them with the $20,000.
You got it. Yeah, would you do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. He didn't put his checkbook down, folks, so we just took the opportunity here to take that $20,000 and put it to work for Little Heroes League's mission. All right, so we're at $1,000. Last year, we had 12 donors give at the $1,000 level. This is where you can make a tremendous impact, all right? So $1,000, because of the general manager himself right here, becomes $2,000, just like that. And so I also want to encourage those of you who are thinking tonight about giving a $500 gift to make your gift $1,000, right? Because that $1,000 turns into $2,000. And so you have an opportunity right here, right now, to turn $500 into $2,000. But here's the catch.
Okay.
A challenge is a challenge, right? Mm-hmm. And so if we don't hit that 20 gifts at $1,000, we're not going to capture that 20. So if we do what we did last year.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, right? So if we do what we did last year and we get 12 people at $1,000, you're going to write a check for $1,000, right?
Right.
But if we get 20 of you right now to make a gift of $1,000, we will capture $20,000 from Will and Kim. All right,
yes, sir.
So here it goes. It is time for you all at home to dig deep, to give from the heart, to be big heroes here tonight. All right. So we're a quarter of the way there already. We've got 5 gifts now at $1,000. We need 15 more. Okay. So we're going to start naming off names, all right?
Let's do it.
So Mallory Ulazic, we met last year, Mal. Thank you so much for your generosity.
Yes, thank you, Mel.
All right. Carly Partridge. All right. Thank you, Carly, for your gift of $1,000 as well.
Thank you so much, Carly. Appreciate it.
Okay. Now, Aileen and Matt Cowles, thank you for your gift of $1,000.
Yeah, I see some left coast coming up. Aileen and Matt, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I like it. Okay. Our next $1,000 gift, Andrew and Katrina Sheriff. Thank you so much for your generosity.
Andrew and Katrina, thank you so much. You've been supporters from the start. We really appreciate it.
We are cooking with gas, folks, but we're not to that $20,000 match yet. And I swear, this is a true challenge. Right now, we're only going to get, looks like $7,000. So we're going to keep naming names. Don Olinger, thank you so much.
Don, thank you very much. We really appreciate it, and Little Heroes appreciate it.
Yep. All right. So Christina and Jonathan, is it Midas?
I'll go with
Sorry for that. I'm going to say it both ways. That way we get you in both ways. Christina and Jonathan, thank you so much for your generosity.
Thank you, Christina and Jonathan. Appreciate it.
Yep. All right. Devin and Paul St. Louis, thank you so much for your generosity.
Devin and Paul, thank you. Michigan.
Yeah. Well, the St. Louis is from Michigan, huh? Mm-hmm. All right. I like it. Mike and Stephanie Yost, thank you so much for your generosity as well.
Mike and Steph, as always, thank you for supporting us.
All right. We've got another $1,000 $1,000 gift from Patrick Berry. Thank you so much, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick. Continued support from you. We really appreciate it.
All right, good deal. So, Patrick, now I'm going to, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we've captured $11,000 from your checking account to Little Heroes League right now. So far. Folks, we need you to continue to dig deep. We need our big heroes to come to bat right here, right now at $1,000. While we're waiting on a few of you to come in, I want to go back and announce another gift that came in at the $2,500 level. Keep those $1,000 gifts coming, folks. My foot is not off the gas, all right? So Dave and Trisha. Dave Mansell. And Trish Mansell.
Dave and Trish, thank you so much. Austin is in the house. We really appreciate it.
Like we said, all over the country tonight, Dave and Trish, thank you so much for bringing your A game here tonight. All right, let's go back to our $1,000 donors, okay? We're going to go back to our $1,000 donors. Mike and Chris E2, thank you so much for your support.
Mike and Chris, again, Michigan is in the house. You guys have been great supporters from the start. And Chris, even though it's Michigan, you know, I know you love Sparty more, but thank you so much.
That's all right. All right. Our next $1,000 donor, Pamela Lee, thank you so much at $1,000.
Pamela, thank you so much. Again, Left Coast is in the house.
Yeah, okay, man. All right, Jim, is it Bashleben? Jim Bashleben, thank you so much for your $1,000 as well.
Thank you, Jim.
All right. And then another Jim, Jimmy and Whitney Ellis, thank you for your generosity.
Jimmy and Whitney, thank you again. Continued support from these two. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. And then our last one that's on the board right now, and we have not gotten to 20 yet. But folks, you can still give at that $1,000, and I encourage it, all right? Our last, well, not our last one. We've had another one now. So Christopher and Jean Bean. Thank you so much to Christopher and Jean.
Thank you, Christopher and Jean. We really appreciate it.
All right. Now we've got another. Well, we've got a couple more now. So Nancy, I think it's Nancy Cornwell. Thank you, Nancy, for your generosity as well.
Thank you so much, Nancy. We really appreciate it.
All right. Here we go. Another one. Michael Basford at $1,000 as well. Thank you, Michael.
Michael Basford, Michigan, is again in the house, and Mr. Basford is also a terrorist on our silent auction. So appreciate it, Mike.
I love it. All right. So Tim and Jackie Ulazik, another Ulazik.
Yeah, no, there's a few of them running around. They're pretty unique. Tim and Jackie, again, thank you guys. You've been great supporters throughout. We really appreciate it.
Okay. So we have one gift that's anonymous, and that's okay. If you want to give anonymously, we will take
count it.
We will take your money.
Absolutely.
Just the same.
Thank you.
And that gets us to 19 gifts, I believe. And here we go. Here we go. All right. Are we counting this one? Jim Bashleben, again, at another $1,000. All right, I just had to make sure that I wasn't reading that wrong. Jim, thank you so much for your generosity. You have helped us fulfill this challenge here tonight, and we are so appreciative. We just raised almost double what we did last year. But we just raised $20,000.
In one category.
In one category. And it helps us achieve our match of $20,000 as well. Now we've got one more at $1,000 from Tony Shaw. Tony, thank you so much for your generosity here tonight.
Tony, Dallas, Texas. Tony, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your support. And Jim as well, thank you for doubling up on that donation. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. So our 22nd gift now I'm thinking.
I'm tapping the brakes now, buddy.
Now I'm not. Now I'm thinking. You may be tapping the brakes, but I'm not. All right. Now I'm thinking, let's see if we can double what we did last year at this $1,000 level. So we've got Patty Green. Did I say Patty Green? At $1,000 as well. That brings us to $22,000 at the $1,000 level. So we're $10,000 ahead of last year, and we've got this $20,000 match because of your and Kim's generosity.
Yes, thank you, Patty. And yes, we'll keep going for a little bit here.
All right. Oh, here we go. Lauren Sala, Lauren and Nader Sala. Thank you so much.
Lauren and Nader, again, Michigan is coming together. Michigan is in the house again. Thank you guys for your ongoing support. Appreciate it.
We need one more at $1,000, folks.
And
here it is. Fletch and Kate Boyle. Thank you to Fletch and Kate Boyle.
Fletch and Kate,
helped us double what we did last year.
Yes, Fletch and Kate, thank you so much. Again, all of you, many of you have been ongoing supporters, certainly. Fletch and Kate have been there from the start. We really appreciate you guys.
This is fantastic. We're having a lot of fun here. We have to move on though, right?
Okay.
So if you want to come back and give a gift at $1,000, we're going to come back and announce your name still. So please feel free
Jamie
to.
And Julie. Jamie and Julie Dix in the house at $1,000.
There it is.
Thank you, Jamie and Julie.
That's our 25th gift at $1,000. Jamie and Julie Dix. Thank you so much for your generosity. All right. So we're going to go on now to our $500 level. And I want to remind people also at home here real quick that many of you work at corporations that will match your giving here tonight. And so we want to encourage you to do that, to put in a request to help double your gift to Little Heroes League. And so let's go ahead and do our $500 level here now. So folks at home, this is your chance, $500. And we've got our first gift in the door from Jim and Carol Yost. Thank you so much for your generosity at $500.
Jim and Carol, thank you.
Yep.
And
all right, we're going to keep going. Is it Aileen Van Beber?
Aileen, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Aileen. We appreciate your gift at $500. Cecilia Sanfilippo.
Yes, Ceci is in the house from the West Coast. Thank you, Ceci.
Man, all right. We love the West Coast here tonight. We love Michigan. We love Illinois. We love Austin. We've got gifts coming in from all over the country. We've got another gift at $500 from Amber and Andrew Nolan. Thank you to the Nolans for your generosity.
Amber and Andrew, thank you so much. And Amber was another great supporter of our golf event this year, great runner of our golf event. So thank you, Amber, and thank you, Andrew.
Fantastic. All right. So we're going to move on to our $250 level now. I do want to recognize, that when you registered for this event tonight, whether you registered a week ago, a month ago, or an hour ago, or a minute ago, many of you chose to make a gift right then and there. And those gifts total right now $12,000, $250 here, $125 there, $50 here, really adds up. And we want to say thank you to everybody at home watching who made one of those contributions when you registered. So thank you so much. For those of you who didn't, though, I'm a fundraiser. So for those of you who didn't, here's your opportunity. We have two levels left, a $250 level and a $100 level. And I want to remind everybody that this is a free event tonight. Typically you'd be out there all, gussied up, looking great. And I trust that you all look great at home tonight anyway. But I want to make sure that people realize that this is a free event. We didn't have to rent a gown. We didn't have to buy a gown, rent a tuxedo, or buy a tuxedo. We didn't have to have our hair done, our makeup done. Well, you and I had some makeup before, but,
speak for yourself.
Maybe. And so we saved a lot. We didn't have to Uber to Soldier Field, right? And so we saved a lot of money by doing this as a virtual event tonight. And so we want to make sure that we get as many people in at 250 as we can. So let's roll on along here. So at 250, Susan Cole, thank you so much for your generosity. Let's recognize also Hank Hughes for your $250 gift and Catherine Brown for your $250 gift. Let's say thank you also to John Thomas at $250.
Thank you, John, and Ceci again.
Ceci
Mitchell.
Filippo again, and Mitchell Hill as well. Now back at that $500 level, a couple other gifts came in from Jason Hunt and Jane Werchek. Thank you to Jason and Jane for your $500 gifts.
Thank you, Jason and Jane. Thank you so much.
So now it's $750, and we told you we'd be done by 8. So we're going to go to our $100 level now. Keep giving at the $250, the $500, the $1,000, the $2,500, the $5,000, and the $10,000. We had another one at $1,000. Carly Partridge, thank you so much for your generosity as well. And Paul Kim at $250, thank you. Now let's go to $100. Susie and Tom, Gordon. Susie and Tom Gordon, thank you so much for your generosity. Donna Mimikos, thank you so much. We had another anonymous gift at 100. Ryan Wilkes at 100. Gail Matina at 100. Megan Colwell at $100. Jen Dvorak at $100. Hope Zakari at $100. And back at 250 again, Paul Kim at $250.
Thank you.
So
thank you all.
The gifts
thank you
just
all.
keep pouring in. And so we are so appreciative for all that you have done. Now, continue to bring those gifts in, folks. Please, please continue to bring those gifts in. Little Heroes League needs it now more than ever, but we're going to move on to our live auction.
Yes,
all
sir.
right. So one more gift at $100, Matthew and Kimberly Plazek. Thank you so much to Matthew and Kimberly. So we're going to move on to our live auction now, folks. We've got 3 amazing live auction packages. And here's the deal. Our first package, it's a choose your own adventure. You can go to Napa, Cabo, or the Bahamas. Our second package, the Grand Suite at the Conrad Hilton, where they filmed the movie Home Alone 2. And our final package, a trip to Cancun for 8 people. All right. So here's how to donate to the live auction. You've all gotten comfy with the text link by this point because so many of you just gave so generously from the heart. But if you haven't yet, send the word FUNraiser, FUNraiser, to 243-725. Hit the link that comes back to you, enter your credit card, and hit the live auction link. And if you're on your computer, just go on the left to browse items and then click on live auction. All right. So I'm going to announce each package. You're all going to start bidding, and then I'll come back and we'll count down and close out each of these packages. All right. So first, this is called Winners Can Be Choosers. This is an opportunity to choose your own adventure. We have 3 trips. It's your call. Our first trip is California Dreaming. And let me remind you also, all of these trips are 6 nights and include air for 2. So your choice. California Dreaming is 3 nights in Napa and then 3 nights in the Carmel, Monterey area. The Cabo trip, 6 nights at the Hilton Los Cabos Beach and Golf Resort, and the Bahamas Islands trip, 6 nights at either of the Hilton resorts right there. This trip is good, folks, through 2022. So let's make this bidding happen. All right, our second item. So you can start bidding on that first package. Our second item now, the Hilton Chicago Conrad Suite. This is the real room where it happens, all right? So this is where Home Alone 2 was filmed. You can use this space for a wedding, a graduation, an anniversary, a rehearsal dinner, a corporate event, a family reunion. The uses are limitless because this space is limitless as well. It's 5,000 square feet, 5,000 square feet. It fits up to 150 people. This room, if you were to buy this room for a night off the street, costs $15,000. You heard me right on that, folks. $15,000. All right, so you could use this, for example, for Lollapalooza. You could use this for the marathon. You could use this for St. Patty's Day. Now, I remind you, folks, last year this package went for $5,000, and somebody had one hell of a party last year. All right, so this is good through 2021. All right, so good through 2021. Now, our final package is, this is amazing. This is amazing. All right, we saved the best for last. It's a 1-week stay in the Grand Residences Riviera Cancun for 8. Last year, this trip went for $8,000. We need to get it up there again this year. All right, so 7-night stay for 8. And if I do the math, that's 56 experience nights, right? 8 people, 7 nights, 56. So you're getting a deal even at the $8,000 level from last year. And folks, I remind you, this is not the Wisconsin Dells. This is Cancun, boys and girls. Let's get the bidding going on this one. Here's what it has. An ocean view, a private terrace with a jacuzzi, 2 master bedroom villa. This is ranked by TripAdvisor as one of the top 25 experiences in the world. It's ranked also as best of the best. It is good through the end of 2022. And folks, while it might have been warm in Michigan and Chicago today, you fast forward a month or 2 or 3, and it's going to be 12 degrees here. And today it was 87 degrees in Cancun. And in 2 or 3 months, when it's 12 degrees here, it'll still be 87 degrees in Cancun. So let's get the bidding going there. All right. So now, we're going to come back and we are going to close out these live auction items. All right, so not a lot of bids happening right now. We need the bids to continue to come in. And so but we've got to move along because we're at 7:57 and we told you we'd be done at 8 o'clock. And so it's time to sell, sell, sell. But that means it's your time to bid, bid, bid. Okay. So the Choose Your Own Adventure trip, we're going to close Choose Your Own Adventure out first. All right. So this is your chance to be a big hero. We're going to close it in 10 seconds, and I'm going to count it down. Feel free to join me in counting down here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now we are closed out on that first trip. We're closed out on the Choosers trip. And now we're going to go to the Conrad Suite and close it out as well. All right. So folks, this is your last chance right here on the Conrad Suite. This is an amazing deal, a $15,000 room. And folks, you have the opportunity still to get in on this action. All right, so, but we've got to let it go because it is now 7:58. All right, so here we go. 10, 9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
0. All right, we are closed out on that package as well. And now we're going to close out Cancun for 8. All right, Cancun for 8. Folks, I remind you, this went for $8,000 last year. We're at $3,500. It is good through 2022. Boys and girls, good through 2022. So more than 2 years still that this trip is good for. So get your Cancun on, boys and girls. We're closing it out, though, right here, right now, in 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cancun is off the board. All right, folks. So we've got a raffle that we're going to pull as well.
Yes, sir.
We've got a raffle. You were all, or many of you were bought an opportunity for a 1-week stay in Playa del Carmen. It's a 2-room suite. And we've got a winner to announce.
Yes. Congratulations, Ronnie Choi. You are the winner of the event.
All right.
Congratulations, Ronnie.
Ronnie, you're going to Playa del Carmen. Congratulations. Thank you very much for everybody who got in on that. All right. So now it's 7:59. So we are going to say thank you to everybody. The winners on our grand residence, the winners on our trip to Anywhere, the Choosers trip, and our Conrad Suite, we're going to announce those right here, right now.
No.
We're going to let the bidding continue to go on these, or yep. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and throw this back to Corey here in the studio in just a second. But I want to say one more time, Will, thank you so much for joining me here. Thank you for you and Kim and for your generosity as well.
Oh, Chris, thanks to you. Great job. And most importantly, thanks to everybody out there. Really had a fabulous night. And we're going to kick it back to Corey McFerrin now to close us out.
Let's do it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, what a game plan. It worked. It really did. The Little Heroes won big.
Yes, they did, Corey. We have great fans, and they came through for us once again.
Most importantly, this big win means we can continue to make a real difference in the lives of these children. Thank you to all of our supporters. I'd also like to thank our event committee who made tonight possible, our board of directors, our associate board, and Lurie Children's Hospital for being such an amazing partner.
Well, Brendan, Will, keep up the tremendous work. Great to see you again. And thanks to everybody who participated tonight. All the fans out there, your generosity made this a tremendous success. So that'll do it for me. Signing off now from our virtual Soldier Field. Have a great night, everybody.